What's up, West City? I'm your host, Move Work Meet Free, and this is Conversations in the Track. And tonight, my conversation will be with Azariah of Winchester, Kentucky, former running back for GRC. You doing all right?
Sure.
Hey, man, thank you for coming hanging out with me tonight. So, you know, normally I do adult stories, but and it's an echo over here, so we need some furniture or something. So tonight we're gonna talk about him breaking the rushing record for GRC, scoring 30 touchdowns in a season, and I'm sweating. I think we are in a local track, location undisclosed. So start out with telling us how you was raised, how you came up.
My parents, you know, my dad and my mother, my dad is real. That's who I grew up with. It's not my father's mother, but you know, she treated me as her own.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good growing up. You know, I had older brothers, and you know, they got me to the football scene, just watching them play. And you know, my dad always made sure we stayed out of trouble, made sure that we was in the right crowd, and I think that helped me in the long run.
So you grew up around a positive influence, you say? Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your siblings. You said they got you into football.
Yeah. My older brothers, Micah Israel and Zion Israel. Micah played for the Cowboys in Cincinnati and Concord Middle School, George R. Clark, and then Zion, he played on Redskins for Cincinnati as well. And just watching them, you know, I was at an early age, I was football, something I wanted to do, it was fun, and I was always excited. Just, you know, it was one thing watching on the field already for myself.
Yeah, I feel that. So, something brought up Silver Team. Did you play?
I did.
Who you play for?
The Redskins.
Redskins too?
Yeah.
Was your beast?
I say first, you know, that first year, I feel like you go in 7, 8 years old, you might be scared to play. I wouldn't say I was scared, but I wasn't the toughest person on the field. But, you know, after that first season, you know, year 2, that's when everything started to change.
Now, we tell them turn that music off, please. Yeah. So what's your earliest memory of football?
I say going to the Oklahoma drill. I feel like it's something that everybody likes, just going in and just hitting, and it's like, you know, that's a big thing in football.
Oklahoma drill. What's that? What, 2 people lay down and get up and hit? Yeah. So, you got a good memory? Who'd you play middle school for?
Robert D. Campbell, RDC.
So, wasn't no Concord in Park Middle by the time you got there?
They had already
Combined it. Running back in middle school?
Yep. I played running back in, like safety, corner.
Was running back your favorite position?
Running back.
Favorite, okay. Tell me about some of your stats in middle school.
Middle school, I think my 7th grade year, I didn't really get the ball that much. I didn't get it in my office a lot. We had a running back named Jackson Davis that, you know, he was, I'll say he was the starter at the time. And then I probably had about maybe 4 to 8 touchdowns. You know, didn't really get the breakout. And going into 8th grade, I think he might have had a baseball injury and wasn't playing running back or switched positions. And I think I had about 14 touchdowns that year.
Okay. So did you start your freshman year?
As a freshman, I could start, but not like I didn't play varsity.
Play JV?
Yeah, I started JV as well.
You remember any stats from those years?
I think total, I probably had I played about 1 or 2 varsity games. I played most JV games. Every freshman game had over 20, accumulated over 20 touchdowns.
Okay. Now, we're gonna get to it. Now, what year was it that you broke the rushing record?
That was in 2019.
Man, 2,839 rushing yards. You broke Eric Clay's record, now known as Aaron Israel. It scored 30. Was 30 touchdowns a record?
30.
Was a record too?
I think it was 28, maybe 25 or 28.
Who held that? Him or Tim Hill?
I think it was Eric Clay.
Eric Clay. So, Player of the Year award too. You got a lot of votes. Describe how that felt your junior year breaking records like that.
It was stressful. I feel like I held myself to a really high standard at the time, and you know, I could go in a game and score 3 or 4 touchdowns and still not be satisfied because I would have my expectations were so high. But once I did it, you know, I was pretty excited, and that was the goal of the year, and I was able to accomplish that.
Now, Coach Lucas talked about your work ethic. Tell us a little bit on where you got your work ethic from?
I say really just how I was raised, because my parents made sure to homework first, like school above everything, get good grades. Like, as long as they knew we were trying hard, they wouldn't really be mad with the grades we brought home, but honor roll was usually what everybody in the house brought home. And
Talking about your work ethic.
So I think that actually helps because I feel like I was really dedicated to discipline growing up. Diet and going outside and doing things on my own. Like it's one thing to do as mandatory, but doing things on your own when nobody's watching, late at night or early in the morning. That's something that I did growing up, and I stayed to it.
Are you still waking up doing push-ups now? Because you're looking like you can run for another 1,500 yards today.
Yeah, I feel like any day I could go back. It's just a matter of time right now, and I try to stay in shape. I've done gained. I probably put on about 20 pounds since high school. And
how old are you? 20?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? When you say go back, you mean to school or semi-pro or something like that?
Yeah, to school. Right now, I'm working on handling financial stuff because there's so much stuff in AAA, and they make sure that you gotta have transcripts and all this other stuff. So I'm just figuring that out right now. Back.
Okay. Now, I just brought up Coach Lucas. What type of influence did he have on your playing?
I feel like, having someone like him was more than just a coach. He was definitely more than just a coach because he's somebody you can talk to whenever, on or off the field. And he was there. You could talk to him like a friend, you could talk to him as if he's your parent or whatever. And he's going to give you a honest answer in the situation. So it's more than just someone only caring about what you do on the field, and he cared about me as a person off the field, and I think that helped a lot.
Okay, what you remember y'all record your junior year?
I want to say 7-4.
7-4. Now, you killing your man, right? So we know what you're gonna do when you hit the field.
Yeah.
What about your teammates? How come there wasn't a better team than that?
I feel like, being in Winchester, you got players that are playing football for fun. There's people playing football to go to college for free because they can't afford it. And I think that kind of made a big difference. We had a lot of, I wouldn't say wealthy or rich kids, but I think some people's households were more financially stable or just more stable in general. So they didn't have the motivation that some other kids have. And, you go to Lexington where some schools are lower income or more minorities with lower income, and those kids are going to work harder because they have more motivation or a bigger purpose.
Trying to get up out of there. Yeah. My homeboy be talking about that with the kids he got with basketball. There's a difference between you just knowing how to play and then you just wanting to play. You know what I'm saying? So, did COVID affect your senior year?
Yeah. Just going into 2020, I had all these plans. I had got invited to the All-American camp. I got invited to a visit at Notre Dame, Ohio State, as well as Louisville, UK, some pretty good Power 5 schools. And once COVID hit, all these colleges had to close off all their visits. The All-American camp was canceled, and then not being able to, they had a quarantine, so we couldn't really practice as a team a whole lot and be together as a whole. And I think that kind of messed up some of our chemistry, and I say it took away some of my motivation as well, just not knowing what the outcome was going to be for my senior year.
So let's say, hypothetically speaking, there's no COVID. What do you do as senior year?
I think we would have had some more Power 5 offers, some really big offers. I think at the time, I was considered an all-purpose back, that was my specific position and what I was online. So I was already ranked top 15 in the country. I think if COVID didn't happen, I would have got those other offers and been ranked #1, as well as been able to compete in the All-American Combine and maybe even made it to the All-American game. And I think I could have done a whole lot more. I don't think I would have, because I had my foot in the gas. Coming off that junior year, I had my foot in the gas. I think I would have never let off the way I did, because I definitely did back off a little bit.
Now, when you out there and you going against guys that's on the D line, 6'3", you a little nervous, or what's your mind frame at that point?
I don't really get nervous because, if you ever look at a bullet, the bullet's small but it moves fast.
Right.
So when I think about myself, I think myself as a bullet. This guy might be 6'4", 300 pounds, but with my speed, there's force. So
Gotta catch you.
yeah.
Yeah.
met Coach Satterfield, running back coach. You know, I met his son too, and it's just like it was like, you know, we're gonna take care of you, come here. But by the time I got there, the running back coach and the offensive coordinator had went somewhere else.
Yeah. So like they like promised you that they was gonna take care of you, but then when you got there, they was gone.
Yeah.
So you was under a whole new administration.
Yeah. Running back, the head coach was still there, but the main people that I like really talked to on a daily basis, they weren't there anymore.
How that make you feel?
It kind of, you know, took away some motivation because I feel like once you get to the college level, the most important thing is your relationship with the coach. So you can have all these offers, but if you don't have a relationship with the coach, it's not really worth going there. So.
Did you ever get to go look at Ohio State?
That's
my squad right
that was my first school at the time.
I'd have been at your daddy's crib. Bro, I need a ticket. So let me go to a game, to the horseshoe. So what ultimately happened to why we never seen you play a game in Louisville?
I say with COVID, my mental health just declined and I lost a lot of motivation, and going into school and being in Louisville, I definitely wasn't prepared for, you know, the college level and every aspect about it. And mentally, I just wasn't there, wasn't ready, and wasn't ended up dropping out.
So what's the difference from then to then?
Now I feel like, you know, I wouldn't say like mental health is like bad or anything, but like at the time I feel like I didn't have a relationship with God and I was mentally weak and just not motivated or dedicated. But now it's like, you know, I had all that, like, you know, all these offers, things that a lot of high school football players dream of, and I had it and I let it go. So right now it's just getting back and, you know, using my God-given abilities.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna use this interview and send it to Ohio State. Let me work. Don't worry about the financial shit. We're gonna get you in there, alright? So, I seen you just got baptized not too long ago. And you just talked about you now have a relationship with God. Let us know a little bit about that.
You know, a lot of people will know about God but not know what all comes with it. And you know, me starting to go towards Jesus, I didn't realize like that's the opposite of what the devil wants. The devil wants you to be distracted by the world. And that was one of the main things going into college because I had, you know, right over to Jesus Christ. And before that, the devil was just attacking. But, you know, building that relationship with him has helped me, like, dramatically. And I've seen what relationship with God can do and how far it can take you. Because, you know, this life, God has a purpose for us all. At the end of the day, it's to give us a platform, such as a platform like this, but, you know, promote him at the same time. And I feel like, you know, that's one of the biggest differences from now and then. It just having God.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people say, you know, they don't believe in Muslim religion, Jesus ain't real, Buddhist, you know what I'm saying? But I heard my brother say one time, because my family is a whole Christian family, right? But he didn't go that way. And he told him, like, what I'm doing now makes me a better man. So why would you be mad or upset at what I'm doing if it makes me a better person, human being, and man? So I see where you come from there. Now, your plans with the rest of your life, I wanted to ask that, but I'm more on you taking the steps to get back on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So are you taking the proper steps?
Yeah, so when I had dropped out, like all my academics in the way, and you know, all that scholarship money that I had, that's what I have to pay back. That's why people don't understand, like, financial aid, scholarship, anything that you have, if you drop out without finishing the semester, you gotta pay it back. And that's the only thing right now keeping me off the field. Like, I went back to college, I went back to school, got a good GPA, and everything's in order. It's just that payment that I have to pay back to Louisville. But the plan is to go back to Louisville right now. They have a whole entire new coaching staff, and they recruited me at Purdue, so I'm already pretty fond of them. And they're you know, homebound in Kentucky as well. They're from Louisville, so I think having coaches like that, I've had relationships since 2020, and they're from Louisville, is definitely going to be a good thing. So I've been keeping contact with them.
What you bench?
Right now, 330.
What you squat?
500.
How many reps?
Those are just my single reps, but for like 225, they can do that in the NFL combine, but I can do that about 15 times right now. Trying to get up to 25. It's really just a matter of time. If I would have been more consistent after high school, then I'd probably be a lot further right now.
So right now, let's say Louisville, Ohio State, USC, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia. Let's say they watch. What does Azariah Israel tell them they will be getting if they was to come put you on the squad?
I would tell them to get someone who's hungry. I feel like I got a chip on my shoulder, and I'm ready to. I did everything in high school, but like to me that's irrelevant now. Like high school's irrelevant. What have I done in college? I haven't even played this snap in college, so all that other stuff's irrelevant. I'm ready to show them what I can do at the collegiate level. And one thing Coach Lucas always told me is if you dominate in high school, you'll go D1. If you dominate D1, you'll go to the NFL. So I feel like I could go on the D1 level and dominate.
Man, I mean, everybody I was around, bro, we just knew you was going to we just knew you was going to go to college.
Yeah.
Be headed to the pros in 2 to 3 years. So, man, let me apologize to you real quick, because we really in the trap right now. We got the herb going. Ain't no funds there to see the sound. So I'm gonna go home and edit this. And if it don't work out, bro, I'm gonna need you to come back, and I promise you we'll have a better setup next time you come back. So thank you to Azariah Israel for coming and hanging out with us. This has been another episode of Conversations in the Trap. Now, real quick before we go, we got a couple other guys that's trying to do what I do, and I hate when I do their show. All right, so we'll talk about that off camera.